I've been going to comic book conventions since I was about 13 years old. And Christ, they're a load of now. Hi everybody, Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek, and welcome back to the channel for a bit of a moan about comic book conventions. And there's the first bloody thing. They're not comic book conventions anymore, are they? They're geek culture conventions, or anime conventions, or whatever the hell else they are. Sorry about that. Hi everybody, Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek, and we're here to talk about comic conventions. So back in the day when I first started collecting comic books and reading comic books, we had these things called comic book conventions, and these were in essence a little church fair or a community centre or something like that, with a load of old guys selling musty old comic books and long boxes, and they were phenomenal. You could go and spend a few hours rooting around the boxes, finding key issues, all that kind of stuff. I absolutely loved them, and I had many a happy Saturday, Sunday afternoon spent in these kind of places, meeting other collectors and getting great comics. When I started collecting comic books again after a brief break, I started going back to conventions, and Christ on a bike, they are totally different. I was absolutely flabbergasted by what I saw. First of all, on the positive, they were huge. They were full of people in cosplay and all that kind of stuff. They were in stadiums, you know, they were really elevated back to kind of being a real event, which was great. I loved that. However, what I quickly began to realise as I walked around was these weren't really comic conventions anymore. There were geek culture conventions. So there was lots of, like I said, anime. There was lots of celebrity appearances, signing events, photo opportunities, all of that kind of stuff, which is great. I'm not getting at that. If that's your bag, that's fantastic. But having gone back to these conventions, say 5 years ago, and up to this point in time, I can honestly say I've seen less and less comic book vendors at conventions as the years have gone by. I've done about 3 conventions over the last year, and some of them had 1 or 2 sellers, perhaps, in a huge building, like I say, a stadium full of individuals. We had people selling all kinds of stuff, anime stuff, we had some toys, not a great deal, we had 3D printed props, we had posters, coasters, artwork, gift bags, mystery boxes, fudge. Why the fudge? Why do I keep saying fudge? Bakery stores selling sausage roll. I mean, going back to the fudge, I do always buy the fudge. But bizarre stuff that doesn't fit for me with the whole comic book convention. Perhaps I'm just being grumpy and old. Perhaps, you know, comic conventions have moved on. But I guess I'm starting to get a bit sick of them. And I don't think I'm alone in this. I know a number of comic book collectors who are starting to feel the same. In fact, I did a convention not so long ago with a good friend of mine, and all I bought was some overpriced fudge. Nothing else. And we're done in the convention in probably an hour. That for me is really sad. I should have been able to fill my boots at a convention of comic related nerdiness, and instead I came away with some rum and raisin. So, am I gonna stop attending comic conventions? I think I probably am. I'm gonna dial it back, I'm gonna not attend as many, and I'm gonna focus on the local conventions, the conventions where I know I've got people selling comic books, not aisles and aisles of tat. I'm not particularly into meeting celebrities and all that kind of stuff, so those big events I probably not attend because that's not really my bag. I will, however, attend conventions if I know some of my YouTube buddies are going, and that's more for the social element, for shits and giggles, rather than the actual convention itself. I would say there is one convention I will never miss, and that is Thought Bubble in Leeds. Thought Bubble is a phenomenal convention, and this is really about comic books, comic artists and writers. There's no tat at Thought Bubble. It's all top-notch stuff. So yes, I will always attend Thought Bubble convention. Now, I'm moaning on like an old bugger here. I really don't want to take anything away from people who currently enjoy conventions. That's great. I love it if you're having fun, if you're having a good time, and if you're picking up things that you're interested in. I guess for me, what I'm saying is I'm an old guy and I miss the old style convention. Perhaps priorities have shifted. Perhaps my priorities have shifted. And perhaps now conventions for me have stopped being about buying comics and have more become about meeting like-minded people and connecting with friends and colleagues from the internet. That sounds really weird when you say it like that. I'm 46 years old and I've got friends on the internet. Fucking hell. Okay guys, that's your whack. Interested to know your thoughts. Do you enjoy the current convention scene? Are you having fun at the conventions you're attending? Or are you, like me, starting to miss just a good old comic book sale? Let us know your thoughts and thank you for watching. Hit that like button and that subscribe button and that bell button and any other buttons you want. And I'll catch you next time. Take care.